giant fly in my eye. Hey, Jen Nichols, how are you? I'm just on early, setting everything up, getting ready. Hey, Karen. Hi, Aqualove. XOXO. I love Aqualove. I'm a Pisces. Okay, one moment, guys. I'm on way early, so we're not starting anything until 7. So I'm just kind of getting everything set up and hanging out. Hey, Rose. Hey, Ducky. Listening to some music. Getting in the mood. Hola, mi amiga. Hola, Kelly. Hey, Amber. So guys, I'm a little early. I'm going to listen to that one more time because I love that piece. Ducky, do you recognize this? Hey, that girl. Hey, Angel. Angel should recognize this. Kelly should recognize this. Let me get to Facebook. Share this out if you can, guys. I'm in Facebook jail. So, I need your help. Ding dong, ding a ding ding. What the hell am I doing? It's all of a sudden like I don't know how to use Facebook all of a sudden. Here we go. Let me put this to unfollow Lisa. I don't want to follow Lisa. Lisa, you need to, I don't know what you're doing. Let me see. Edit privacy. Make it public. Why, good morning, or good evening, Jen Nicole. Hi, Sean Harmel. Hey, Jamie Taylor. Hey, Karen Albano. I said that. I am a Pisces, Aqualove. What sign are you? This is just a pop-up for Kelly Casey. This is a pop-up for free. But if you want to send donations, let me send over my link. I'm not going to stop you, girl. But I am doing the charm readings just for free for subscriptions. I just want to get myself out there, show people. I'm trying to build my my YouTube base. So I'm doing this daily to build interest and get people watching the videos to see what I can do, and hopefully build a subscriber base on YouTube. That's the plan. That's why I'm doing it. So it's not necessarily for donations, but people do send over donations if they choose to. I don't mind that. Oh wait, that's not what I want. Sorry guys, I'm getting sidetracked. I probably shouldn't have gotten on. I didn't expect all you guys to be on this early. I'm on 15 minutes early. Let me get this shared out. Share to a group. Okay. Let's share it there. Let's share it there. Let's share it there. I don't think it'll let me share it there because they're dicks. And you guys, I think the way that it works is you have to click the video and that gets you into the comments, because I think some of you guys are watching and commenting elsewhere out on Facebook and it's not reaching me here on my restream. Do I want to come and clean some books? Not right now. Maybe on a different day I could. This is a mistake. I'm telling Facebook every time they tell me I can't post, I'm just saying, this is a mistake, you bitch. So, this is a mistake. It's all a mistake. Damn it. This is a mistake. That's gonna be my theme for the night. This is a mistake. It's a mistake, I say! Sorry, I'm being a little bit goofy. There's this giant fly that has... Oh, hold on. Did I get him? Wouldn't harm a fly, right? That's not very spiritual of me, but he's huge, and he's buzzing around me. He's driving me nuts. And he came in right while I was saging everything. And, I think he wants to party. He's like, yeah, dude, what's up? Oh my god, this house is so cool. Like, let's buzz around here. What's this over here? Is this the kitchen? Oh my god, is that the bathroom? Oh, you have Mexican ventilation. I can fly through the bricks. This is so cool. He's annoying the shit out of me. This is a mistake. Sharing angel messages, really? That group is so funny to me. This is a mistake. I'm sorry, YouTube. This is a mistake. I think that's it, guys. I think we're getting... I think I've shared everywhere where it's a mistake. So we will see what happens. It could be... totally crazy. Or maybe not. We'll see. So my name is Dan Geist, and my channel is called Engelgeist. My business page on Facebook is also titled the same. I do tarot readings. I do daily tarot forecasts. I'm your spiritual meteorologist in the morning. Is somebody knocking? Why do they knock now? Hold on. It's like they wait until I go on video. No way. I trabajo. Ahora, maybe mañana, posible mañana, okay? Gracias. I swear it's like he knows, like, when I go on video. 1 second, I forgot something from the bedroom. I'll be right back. How do you like this Facebook filter? I bought a bunch of these. They're gonna go for decorations for one of my pick-a cards. And so, but I just think about those people that read cards with those Facebook filters on, and they. Anyways, so that's gonna be a decoration for the pick-a-card. Okay, so let me get back to my introduction. Since we're on early, I am still running 10 minutes early because it said 7 o'clock. Hey Belen, hey The Real Sunshine, how are you? Are you subscribed? You seem new to me. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Do you guys want me to wear the flower crown? I can. It seems like it's a little bit like people are enjoying it, but I don't want to be one of those people. Don't make me. So what was I going to say? So my name's Dan Geist, and this is, hey Carly Brentlinger. This is my channel. Oh, I love this song. Oh, this song just like kills me. If you guys have not watched the OA, you have to watch the OA. This is all, I Shazammed all the music through the OA, and I've created a playlist of the OA soundtrack. I created it on my own, and this is one of the songs, and it just kills me. And I don't own the rights to this music. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because Facebook might clock it and then cut the audio because it's playing in the background. But this is the scene where Prairie and Homer are doing their... I love it! Anyways, so I'm gonna learn the dance moves. I've made a decision to practice every day to learn the dance moves because I think that there's power in it, and I think that it raises my vibration. There's just something so beautiful about it. So anyways, that's a way aside thing. But my name is Dan Geist. Let's get into the present moment, Dan. I'm Dan Geist, and I am a tarot reader. I've been reading cards, a little bit of history on me. I've been reading cards since I was a teen, and I'm not a teen anymore. I'm not even a tween. I am a, like, umpteenth, okay? I've been around for a while, like 46 whiles. And I am a Pisces. I like long walks on the beach, the color magenta, and tacos, if you're interested. But I like to come online and do readings, and this is my business that I'm building. I have a business page on Facebook. Let me put my link in the comments. Let's see. Here is the link to my link tree. This will show you where you can pay me for a reading. You don't have to do that tonight, but like if you were ever interested in purchasing a reading, it has my PayPal link. It has my business page. It also has a group page a small group page that I run on Facebook, and it has my YouTube channel. So the reason why I've been doing this is a new form of divination for me that I've been watching that I love, and it really speaks to me. It's called charm divination, and there's something really fun about it, and I really like it, and I've had some neat experiences with it. So I've been doing them every day to put it out there, get myself out there, and hopefully people subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have broken 200 subscribers, so I'm super excited about that, and I appreciate all of you that have subscribed and are watching and have supported me. I didn't think it was possible, so thank you. And those of you over on Facebook, I'm very appreciative of you guys too, because I started on Facebook, and Facebook is sort of home to me, but YouTube is sort of, I feel like, a better and easier format. I keep landing in Facebook jail, and I'm getting a little bit tired of trying to put my videos out in Facebook and getting like accused of being a spammer or whatever, and I've been in jail. There goes that fly. Did you see him come by? That bastard. He's looking for screen time. I knew it. I am now in jail. First it started out as like 24 hours, then it was 3 days. Now I'm in jail. I'm getting put in jail, in Facebook jail, for posting up to 7 days at a time, where I can't even comment in groups that I belong in that have nothing to do with my readings. So it's frustrating, to say the least. So I'm slowly trying to move my base over to YouTube. And also I feel like YouTube is a much larger platform where people can come and find me, and that's my hopes and goals. So please support me in that, as I support you in whatever your hopes and goals are too. And hopefully we'll find some of that out tonight as we do some of these charm readings tonight. Now, a couple other house rules. I ask that if a charm reading comes up and it applies to you, it's very possible that it can, make sense for more than one person. Okay? If I'm giving a charm reading to somebody and you've just walked into the room, don't necessarily jump all over somebody else's reading and be all like, oh my God, that's so mine! Oh my God, that happened to me! Oh, that's my brother George, or whatever. Because it just confuses me. Because I'll try and keep up with the chat, but with so many people in the chat and so many different things being said, I can't always, and I'm always looking for the person that I am actually reading. So please be respectful of the read that's happening. If it is moving you or resonating with you, that's awesome. And it's totally allowed, and I believe that spirit works in that way. But you can always message me directly at the business page if you want to tell me about it, or you can leave a comment on the video later on YouTube and just say, hey, that second charm reading you did, not only did it resonate, like not only was it meant for that person, but I think it was meant for me too. That's totally fine, and I do believe that that happens. So be aware, as you're listening to other people's charm readings, they might make sense for you too. A lot of us have similar issues. That's why we kind of congregate in groups, and I really believe that like energy attracts like. So hey Linda Massa, hey Janet Moore Clifton, hey Lori Hill Mallet, hey Michelle Cruzado Rivera, Hope Renee Willette, Charlie Sauce's here. Hey Charlie, I will give you a reading. I know that I owe you a reading, so you will be on the list. I have not started creating the list yet. I'm letting people come in, but you guys got to hang out for a little while, and I will start to create the list. This is the other housekeeping rule that I would like to bring up. Those of you that have received readings in the last few days, I am going to give preferential treatment to the people that have not had readings yet. So new people to me, people that have not been read by me or have not had a charm reading before, those people will take precedence tonight, just because I think it's fair. And I want everybody to get an opportunity. At a certain point, I am going to be honest. This is my business. I do charm readings and tarot readings, and this is how I support myself, essentially. So at some point, these charm readings will no longer be free. But I am doing it right now because I want people to A, notice me, B, subscribe to my channel or follow my business page. Hit the bell on either so that you get notified when I do go live. I do a morning forecast with the tarot cards every morning, and that's always free. And I do pop-ups, and that will happen also in the future with pop-ups with charm readings or pop-ups with tarot cards, where those things will be free. So you can stay aware by subscribing. And you can also just, there might be other informational videos. I don't know where this is going to go. We'll see as it grows. Okay. So I'm just letting you guys know that. So ideally, it'll be for new folks tonight, and we're going to watch the numbers on YouTube climb. And my numbers on my Facebook business page. If you follow my personal page, because I know I post a lot from out into the groups from my personal page, please follow the business page too, because the business page is really kind of where I broadcast from. I would like to break free of having to post from my personal page, because I think it's a little bit weird, maybe annoying for some people, and I get in Facebook jail all the time for it. So, hey, somebody sent me a little donation. Thank you. Not a little donation, a donation, and it's highly appreciated. Thank you, Kristen. Shout out for that. It's not expected, but thank you. I really appreciate it. So beyond that, I think that's it. I'm just going to read the comments for a minute, chit chat with you guys for a minute, because we're just now at 7 o'clock. So I want to wait and see. And then I'll start to build the list, and then we'll start to do the readings. And I might have to grab a Coca-Cola because I don't know how many I'll be able to get done. Generally, I get to about 7 or 8, maybe 9, and I am like toast. But with a Coca-Cola, who knows? Maybe I can do 10. We'll see. So thank you for sharing and following Hope Renee Willette. I really appreciate that. Please also, you guys, post this out. If you're not, I know that some of you guys don't necessarily want people to know that you see psychics and stuff, and that's totally acceptable. I totally understand. But if you appreciate me or appreciate the video or the charming and want to support me, even reposting it on your personal page so your friends can see it, tagging your friends in videos, all of that sort of stuff on your page so that they'll come and see what I do. If you think they could utilize my services or would enjoy watching, it's all greatly appreciated. So I had a little bit of food before we got started, and I'm just going to share that with you because I'm a little saucy duck. I was eating nuts. Go figure. Sorry. So yes, I was eating some nuts before going online. So if you see anything in my teeth, that's not pubic hair. But if you see any nuts in my teeth, don't worry. That's what that is. I actually do brush my teeth. The real sunshine. Are you really the real sunshine? Are you as bright as the day is long? Do you give energy to all the plants and animals? Hey, Jessica Pacheco, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you. Heidi Phillips, I love all the laughing faces and the side-facing ducks because I'm a little bit of a weird duck. And Carly Bretlinger is giving me side-facing ducks. I'm saying this because a lot of the Facebookers can't see what the YouTubers are doing, and the YouTubers can't see what the Facebookers are doing. And it's a lot like my family dinner table at Christmas, where it's like, divide and conquer. My grandmother, she used to have everybody pitted against everybody. So I'm trying to bring you all together. If I could get you all onto one channel, it'd be so much easier. Do you like the music, Sean Harmel? Sean Harmel over on Facebook says, I love the background music. So a little explanation. This is a really old song, but it plays in the OA in the scene where the teacher, BBA, is in the gas station trying to save Steve, and she's calling those guys a molester. It's the overhead music that's playing in the by the pumps. It's called The King of Wishful Thinking, which I am that. I am a Pisces, so I love to dream and daydream and be in my imagination. And that's kind of, I think, why I love the charms, because there's this certain like magic to them that is very, I don't know, how should I say, charming? Stupid. So, Kat Vega says, ugh, I need guidance. Oh, you know, Kat, when you start with an ugh and it's not on your foot, I don't necessarily know that I'm attracted to want to help. I'm just saying that. And even sometimes when you've got Uggs on your feet, I don't even know that I want to talk to you either. But if we get around, I will maybe put you on the list. Once I start the list, we're at 7:02. So I know, hold on, let me get my paper and pen. And we'll get going on the list. See, I was so excited, I wasn't even ready with the paper and pen. All right, so I want to make this fair too. I want to do people from both Facebook and from YouTube. So, and I would appreciate it if you don't make the list this time. There will be other free events coming up this week. And so, like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so that you can find the next free event, because I'm going to do these probably throughout the week to keep the people that I don't get to this time, I will get to maybe tomorrow or the next day, okay? Everybody, it's like, oh, that's so wrong to say, but I'm going to say it anyways, because sometimes when it's a little wrong, it's kind of right. But I'm like your spiritual crap dealer. And when you see these charm readings, your first one is free, okay? Just kidding. Do you guys remember that commercial? Are you old enough? Where there was like, their first one is free. I was like, always like, it's my first one. It's my first one, I swear. Trying to get it free all the time. All right, so Charlie Salsa, I know I have to put him on the list. So Charlie, if you're here, please say I, because I'm putting you on the list. Yes, spiritual dealer, Kristen Vermello says. Aqualove, you've been here since the start. I'm going to put you on from YouTube. Aqualove, please give me a subscribe. XO, Gossip Girl. I'm just going to read through these and see. Tia Maria says she's addicted. I'm addicted to the reading that I did for her grandmom. Like, my God, that reading, I was talking about it today to a friend of mine, and I know I'm not supposed to talk about readings, but I didn't use anybody's names. But it made me, it really, like, the love that I felt from your grandfather for your grandmother was, like, so intense. I was like, ooh, I want somebody to love me like that. CC Dark Energy, get it? Okay, I don't know what that's all about, but hello, how are you? Charlie's here, thank you. Karen, I know you would love some charms. Give me a moment, because I know that I just read you this week. You paid for a tarot reading, so let me see what happens here. Jessica Pacheco from YouTube, I'll add you to the list. And guys, like I said, if I don't see you, or if I miss your comment, don't take it personally. Just like and subscribe. Hit the bell, either at the business page on Facebook or on YouTube. There will be another event either tomorrow, either during the day or at night. The other reason why I'm doing this at night is to see which is better, like when more people attend and all of that. Teresa Barker from Facebook, she hasn't gotten one, so I will give her one. I'm only going to take about 7 names to start, and then when I get through those 7, we'll see where I'm at. Okay, I'm going to give one to Kat Vega, just because like she said, ugh, she needs help. So I want to help. I want to be of service. I want to listen to this theme song one more time, and then we'll go to just some background music. Jen Nichols, are you going to stay on? Because now the list is getting long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5, so I'll give you one, Jen, if you want one. Jen Nichols from Facebook. And then Heidi Phillips. On YouTube. And The Real Sunshine on YouTube. You guys, please subscribe, like, and share. So that's 8 right there. So we're going to stop the list at this point. Oh, Jen's on YouTube, but I know you also are from Facebook too. You're part of Facebook crew to me. Deborah Rosado, it's possible you can have one, but you got to wait. I've got 8 people ahead of you at this point. And Kristen Clark, I know that you gave me a donation. You said you were going to jump off. If you come back on, let me know, and I'll try and add you to the list. The donation was not required, though. I really appreciate it. Okay, let me change the music. Put something on in the background so that we can feel like romantical. And we'll get started. And what's just really good? Back around. Back around the back around. How about this one? Sounds all the same. If you can't tell, I have very similar music taste. All right, so now Tay, you will get in there at some point. Don't worry. I'm trying to get. I was busy, but stopped just to get ready on. I'm sorry. If you guys wait at some point, Pat. Like I said, I know you got on late, so I'm just gonna let you know that I'm trying to give charm readings to those that have not had them yet. Okay. So I'm trying to. You're like CC Dark Energy says I'm like his. I don't know if CC Dark Energy is a man or a woman, but you said you're like my podcast in the car. I don't know what that is, but thank you for loving on the chair. I love the chair too. So let me clear the board, and we're gonna get started. Charlie, you're first on the list. Charlie Salsa. So I want to give you a reading. What we're going to do is, if you guys that have made the list at this point, I want you guys to think of a question, not necessarily about another person, but a question that pertains to you that I can potentially charm for you. If you don't have a specific question and you just want to know something from the charm, that fucking fly is going to drive me nuts. He just went by again. He's huge. He's like the size of a quarter, for Christ's sakes. He's just like flying around. If it's totally spirit fucking with me too, you know, it's like spirit like trying to keep a smile on my face, going like, you can't catch me, motherfucker. So here, if you just want to just to hear what comes up, you can ask for a general, okay? So Charlie, you'll see. I hope Renee will please watch. And some of these charm readings, guys, they might actually make sense to some of you others. So it doesn't mean because it's for somebody else, doesn't mean that there's not information in there for you. Spirit is sometimes opportunistic and will try and sneak in messages for other people, but just don't get all crazy and be like, oh my God, that's for me. Just let the reader let the readee have their reading, okay? Oh, Kristen Quigley, you were on my list last night. What happened to you? I had you on my list and I called for you and called for you. Okay, now I get it. So Kristen Clark is Kristen Quigley. You were on the list last night and then you never responded, or I couldn't see you. General reading for Charlie. All right, let's get kicked off and get started. So Spirit, if I can please get a general charm reading for Charlie Salsa. What does he need to know? What's going to serve his highest good? Okay, let's go. Let's go! Let me look here and see what we've got going on. First off, I think this is a broken piece of a charm. I'm not even sure what this is. This might have fallen off of another charm. I think I broke a charm, but oh well. So first off, you have the guardian angel charm up here in the past. And I have this feeling, like, I want to say this, Charlie. Like, the first thing that I look at all of this, I want to say right out of the gate that there's some things that you're struggling with. I don't know exactly if that's correct, but it feels like there's a lot of stuff kind of in your conscious mind that is swirling about. You have a lot of charms central here, right? One of which is the teapot, which is domestication. Like, to me, it makes me think of like the home and you know, warm, cozy, that sort of feeling. And it feels like I don't know what this piece is. It must have broken off of something. That's a frightening thought, but whatever, we'll figure it out. So this is like the home space, and this feels all right. Like, things at home maybe are good or okay, or are probably the best that thing that you've got going on. You've got the giant owl, which is wisdom, which I feel like right now you're not able to trust yourself. That's what this is telling me. That's why it's face down. He's sort of almost upright, and he's dead in the center, and he's sitting on top of all of these other charms. Like, I feel like there's a lot of self-doubt going on in this situation, and I'll explain to you why. As I go underneath here, what we have underneath here, oh, it was the moon. It's the bottom half of the moon. So the moon was here, so we're gonna have to get a new moon charm, note to self. But the moon is here underneath it, and that's your intuition, Charlie. And it's like your wisdom or your logical mind is sitting on your intuition, and actually it busted your intuition. Like, it feels like your intuition might be dueling with your mind and your logic. And you have the dream charm here, which is the lizard, but he's face down. And when I flip this back over, the dream catcher is also present, right? So it feels like you've got some dreams that are going on, some wishes, some hopes, some intuitive thoughts, some things that you want to have happen, but something logically, like this owl sits on top of this in such a way that it's like sort of like your logical mind is not necessarily allowing you to sort of have those dreams. Does that make sense? Underneath, I'm going to flip this owl out of the way just for a moment. Underneath the lizard, you also have this symbol that is sort of like, it's like a hieroglyph symbol, and to me this is ancient knowledge. It was locked on the lizard's arm. I don't know if you can see that. But to me, it represents as good luck or ancient knowledge, and it was wrapped around the lizard's arm, like face down. So it feels like there is something to your dreams. There is something that you know on a deep, deep level. This is that ancient knowledge. Like, you know on a deep, deep level that these dreams are possible, and you want them, but like they're kind of blocked because it feels like this, like almost like your brain is too strong. Like, you think yourself out of the possibility, if that makes sense, okay? Now, up here, you have the guardian angel charm in your higher mind, but it's in the past. You also have the hardened heart, which is face down too. And this feels to me like, again, I'm gonna just be kind of a little bit personal here, but it feels like some of these things are things like past pains or hurts that you've kind of have pushed away or put away and kind of pushed into the past. Like, I don't have time to deal with those things. I can't necessarily be I can't necessarily stop to feel that or have that. Does that make sense? And so you sort of have pushed it away or put it aside because you had other responsibilities, or because your logical mind was telling you, you know, we can't stop for that. We've got things to take care of at home. We've got things to do. So keep it moving, keep working, keep it logical. Does that make sense? And so up here you have the third eye chakra. I figured out that this clear one is actually the third eye chakra. It's upright. and it's open, but it's in your higher mind. So I think that you are accessing it in the present time, but your intuition down here is fighting with your logic. So even though you're picking up information like psychic information and awareness, and it's funny, you've got this arrow pointing straight up into like the even higher mind. I feel like you can go further with your spiritual knowledge, but something's not allowing you to trust it. Like it's like your logic is getting in the way, or your practicality is getting in the way. It feels to me like there's something that says that, oh no, I can't do that, even though you really want to. This dream catcher says that you really want to. Like you want to dwell in the more spiritual realms. You want to dwell in your intuition, but you're like, I don't know if you feel like it can pay off, or if you've got these thoughts that say, no, it gets in the way, I can't make it happen. I also want to say this man charm here, the minute I saw him face down like this, it feels like to me, this is my impression, this is in the higher mind. The first thought that came to my mind is if there's any sort of shame that you have from anything that is from the way back past, with this dark hardened heart, with this heart flipped over, and this guardian angel like turning your angels away. And this would be in the past, okay? This would be something that's in the past, but that shame, I feel like he's facing down because he doesn't want to be seen, or he doesn't deserve to be seen. He feels as though, to me, this charm feels like ashamed a little bit. And it's attached to this arrow, and it's attached to this dream catcher. And I don't know, this is in your higher mind or in your higher thought stuff, is that like, even though you're totally in your third eye and in your intuition and you're working with it, and you're trying to sort it all out to achieve your dreams and make these things happen, there's this part of you that is wondering, do I deserve it? Can I really have it? Do I really allow, it's like a do I deserve sort of thing, is what I'm feeling from this charm. I believe, this is what Spirit tells me, is yes, you do deserve it. Like I feel like you've been through a rough patch in the past, that's this hardened heart. You've definitely learned your lessons, and you've worked really hard to get where you are, and you're trying to kind of keep it all sort of together. That's why this owl sort of sits here and kind of tries to keep everything, steady, and the family is kind of key and important, and we've got that under control, and that's good, and that's material, and that's real. But there's this spiritual side to you that really is strong. The moon is here, the third eye is here, you even have guardian angels here that you at times maybe haven't listened to in the past, even if you were aware that they were there. So you've got that going on, and I think that the reason why this shows up, because this is in your higher mind, but it's in like present time, I think you're kind of doing work with this. Like you're working your way through this. You're sort of beginning to look at it and starting to shift it and change it so that he can flip over, deserve to be seen, shoot up like an arrow, have your dreams, and grand transformation. These are heading into the future, right? Grand transformation, you get the big butterfly here, which is the big transformation. Big transformation comes from the achievement of your dreams, right? And then the crab is here. I'm not sure if you're a Cancer or this, I put this in to represent for Cancer energy, but the crab shows up a lot, and sometimes the crab confounds me. The crab seems like it's coming from the future into your party now. So I could take this as a couple of things, and you can discern which one you think works. Either there might be some crabbiness coming your way in the future where you find yourself being a little bit irritable, which would make sense because there's a little bit of odds happening here right now, and you're trying to clear that stuff out. But as you clear it out, and as you let this up off of your intuition and start to trust your intuition, start to flip your dreams, like start to really look at your dreams and go after them, and let this luck charm, this ancient wisdom and this luck sort of come forward, and trust your intuition. You still will have your knowledge. You still will have great knowledge and good logic and a strong mind, but it'll be working together with your intuition to help create these things and also create this big transformation. The crab could be that there might be some things in the future that might get in the way that might annoy you, or there could be a significant Cancer coming into your from your future. if that makes sense. Like it could be somebody who is a Cancer, and I don't mean a Cancer on society, not any of those, but somebody that might be important to you that represents as a Cancer is going to be coming in from the future. And I feel like totally they're coming into your life. They're coming into your space. They might be actually the person that sort of helps you to sort of sort some of this stuff out, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if you know any Cancers. And the funny thing is as I'm looking at this crab, I'm hearing or feeling that it's female. Like it's going to be a female Cancer. And if that's the case, you're going to have to message me and let me know if somebody comes into your life that is a female Cancer that possibly helps you to see the light and helps you to sort of sort out some of the worries or the helps you to unlodge some of the stuff that's going on and break free, because you've got big dreams and you've got a lot of like the powerful charms here, like the dream catcher with the dreaming lizard. Lizard represents dreaming. He creates the dream that becomes the reality, and the dream catcher is, you know, certainly the catching of one's dreams. You have the arrow shooting straight up. You have the very clear third eye chakra. You have the intuition charm here, although you did break my moon. I'm a little bit pissed about that, Charlie. Your mind is so strong it broke one of my charms, your logic. But and then up here in the very far corner, and this is the other thing, I got to say this too, you don't have a whole lot going on at the bottom of the board, which is interesting to me because there's not a lot going on in your subconscious. It's all in your conscious and higher mind. You have the a Reiki stone that's face down. This says to me that the reason why it's face down is it is in the future, so there's potential there for healing to come. I need to learn my Reiki stones. I think you do Reiki. I think you might actually know what this stone is, so I will show it to you. Let me put it up there for you. Oh, that's upside down. If you know what that means, that's coming in your future or whatever that represents. But there's the possibility for this to also, it's also sitting in your higher mind space. So maybe you take your Reiki practice to another level in the future. Maybe there's a Cancer female that might help to show you how to get out of sort of your own way. Because I feel like this owl is a very strong, it's like the biggest charm on the table, right? It's a very strong wisdom charm. It's knowledge, it's the heaviest, the biggest. It's like your mind can be not only a great tool for you, but also sometimes your worst enemy, especially when it's flipped over that way. So, and presently you're kind of at odds, but you are working on it, you are changing it. And as you flip over this guy, or whatever thoughts you have around any sort of deserving or shame from the past, or how you've been treated in the past and what you deserve in the now, as you break free of that, stuff will open up and things will start to happen, and you will see major transformation with this butterfly there. Okay, so I'm going to leave you for that. I'll leave you with that, and I'm going to clear the board. Thank you, Spirit. My poor moon, I'm going to need to fix my moon. Alright, well, the moon's going to be a half moon at this point until I can get some glue on that or something. Your mind is so strong there. And listen to your guardian angels, too. That's what I'm hearing right now, because that flipped guardian angel in the past, there's been times where they were around you trying to protect you, keep you safe, keep you doing what you needed to be doing, and you were like, nah, I'm good, and it led you to a lot of heartache. So be careful of that. You're welcome, Charlie. I hope it resonated. If it did, you can certainly send me a message where you messaged me before, if it made sense, and if it didn't, or if you have any questions, you can do that too. Aqualove, are you here? Aqualove XOXO, you're up next. Is Aqualove still here? Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Janet. Aqualove, you'll take a general. Okay, perfect. All right, so Spirit, thank you for that last reading. Can I please get a general reading? Aqualove. Yeah, the dog is snoring in the background, Jessica. Okay, let's see here. Okay. That broken moon is back. What the fuck? Just kidding. All right, so I'm going to say this. A lot of what's going on, again, is in your higher mind. I'm not exactly sure what that is about, why we're all in the higher mind tonight. But in the present time, you have this book here. And to me, the book is about knowledge also, and it's also about logic too. It's about learning and studying. It's about knowing what you know and sort of having the rules right in front of you. Having the rule book is what I'm feeling like when I'm looking at this. The Virgin Mary represents sort of as the sign of Virgo, but she is face down, and I feel like this might be a significant woman in your life that maybe is sort of in your past, but she kind of affects everything you know. I have a symbol for mother in here, but I kind of wonder if this is your mother, Aqualove. I'm not exactly sure. I sort of feel like there's an at-odds situation happening there. It's sort of like and this is part of the reason why I feel this. I feel like she's being pushed to the past. Like you're sort of trying to separate from her in what you know. Does that make sense? Maybe what she thinks, like I feel like she's leaning in there trying to tell you, no, do it this way. No, do it this way. That's why her head's trying to lean towards your book, but you're not listening to her, and you don't necessarily want her information. Really. That's why she's face down. It's not necessarily, there's a Virgo man in your life, okay? I had this mistake the other day because I feel like Virgo, I look at this and I think of the female, and I gotta remember that Virgos also are men too. Men can be Virgos too. So maybe this is that Virgo male. There's nothing going on with your mother where you're trying to push your mother out of your space. Yes? Is that a yes to the mother thing too? Because this could represent, sometimes charms will have dual representation too. Like it could represent both as the man from the past, and it can also represent as issues you're having with your mom. So like, because to me, I feel like this book is dead center. Like this book is like, this is how I want it to be. No, she's good. Okay, so then we'll just say that this is that man. But I feel like this is you trying to hold on to your information and what you know to be true and keeping it very central. Now, up in your higher mind, I feel like you have the sun charm up here, or the sunflower. I use this as the sun. It feels like in your past, you felt a whole lot like brighter or happier. Like you were giving off more energy. You were alive more. Like maybe in the, I don't know if it was the recent past, but it just feels like in the past things felt like they were more on and popping. Up in this upper corner in your upper mind, it feels a little confused. It feels a little congested, right? And so to me, I'm going to just explain what I see here. I see the moon charm, which is your intuition. I see also we have the crown chakra charm, which is in the future, but it's your knowing, right? And your intuition is underneath Ganesh, which is good luck, like blessings and good luck, and he is upright and faced up. I feel like you have the tree of life here too, which is sitting here sideways. It's in a really weird position. It's not really face down or face up. It feels like it's growing upside down into the board. Let me just look at this for a minute. I don't know if your spiritual growth has been sort of stunted like in the recent past, or feeling like it's not been as good as it can be, or as feeling as, because I feel like you have a lot in the upper part of the board. Like it feels to me like you would be a very spiritual person, especially with the Ganesh here, especially with the crown chakra, the intuition charm, even the jaguar. The jaguar is a very strong spiritual symbol. He's face up, but he's upside down. I feel like there's a part of you that maybe back here when you were feeling better in the past, you felt like it was on and popping and things were good. And right now, to me, it doesn't necessarily feel like, things feel a little bit jumbled up in your higher mind. They feel a little bit confused. You know that you have power, you know that you have awareness, you know that you have intuition. You're trying to utilize all of them to create this sort of luck here. And the funny thing is you have this charm here, which is flipped down, which is the Niño, which to me is like the child. And then I think, are you thinking about having a baby, or are you wondering about having a baby, or maybe you're in a place where you don't want to have a baby? This is leading more into the future. I don't know if you and this Virgo man are off and on. Like, he might possibly be the father to this child, and that might be why this, not the father to the child, but like the reason why you're not sure you want to have the child is because this Virgo is face down. Does that make sense? Like, maybe the relationship isn't as good as it could be. I feel like something needs to be cut away. Underneath here you have the scissors, which represents cutting away, and something needs to be cut away into the future. And then you have this 6, which to me, the 6 is like the white dice. I have various different colored dice in the box. I have red for representing like representing like love. It can also represent agitation or anger. Green represents money or healing. White represents it can just sometimes generally be a number, or it can be also spirit. So I don't think that you need to cut away spirit, but I feel like there's something very potent, because it's a number 6 that's coming in the future, that has to do with connection to spirit. And part of this is there's this crown here. Like, I don't know if you do psychic work or you're trying to do psychic work, but I'm with a Leo and the Virgo keeps coming back, she says. You want kids so bad. Okay, that explains why the Niño charm is here, but it feels to me like you can't quite access it yet. That's why he's turned over. He's underneath Ganesh and he's touching Ganesh, which is good luck and blessings. So it says to me that the child is possible, but something needs to be cut away. Who is the 6? Like, maybe this 6 is one of these two men. It might be the Leo, it might be the Virgo, but something needs to be cut away. But I kind of feel like there's a lot going on here intuitively. There's a lot going on here spiritually. You have like the tree of life sort of feeling like it's growing in the wrong direction. You have the jaguar, which is like spiritual strength and power, impeccability. It's facing up, but it's upside down. And then you have intuition. It's underneath Ganesh, so it means that your intuition and your knowing is going to lead you into this place of good luck, but something needs to be cut away for you to achieve what it is that you want. And if that is a child, the child is on the board, it's just face down. Like, so that to me that says that it's not quite ready to happen yet. But I like that the child charm is touching Ganesh, meaning Ganesh is the bringer of blessings. So if a child in your life would be a blessing, then it's very possible that can happen, but some things need to be assessed or reassessed and cut away. I feel like there's something about this sun charm, the sunflower charm, which I use as the sun, that says to me that there was a period in your past where you were shining brighter than you allow yourself to now, even though you have all of these wonderful things going on and all of these wonderful charms. It's like, it feels to me like you're not necessarily allowing, like this is the rule book. You're going by the rule book, this book here, and you're trying to make it follow the rules or trying to pen yourself in. And because of that, all of this great sort of spiritual stuff is kind of up in your higher mind waiting to come through and be created, but you can't have it just yet until you kind of break free of this structured, like whatever you have in your rules. If you have rules about what you need before having a kid, what you need to have in a relationship, how a relationship works, very specific rules, that might be this book. And that's also, it is turned upside down, so that might be what's holding you back from accessing a lot of this sort of spiritual stuff that will bring forth the things that you want and the blessings that you want. They are here for you, and they're also all leading into the future. So expect that if they are going to come, they're not here now because they're supposed to come in the future. But there's something about upwriting this book and maybe releasing this Virgo really fully letting it go, or him letting you go, that's going to open up the door for all of this stuff to kind of come through and these blessings to come to pass. And then at that point, maybe the child will flip over and you will be able to have kids. So for those of you that can't see what she's saying, Aqualove is saying maybe the Virgo and the baby are upside down for a reason, and maybe it's supposed to be upright for both, and I'm not allowing it. That's possible because the book of how you think it is upside down. So how you think it should be, how you learned it to be, it feels like this is dead in your center in your conscious mind, like you're referring to the rule book, is how it feels like. The Virgo, though, I'm going to say this. The Virgo's sort of like drifting into the past. He's coming out of the past, and he might be coming back into the now a little bit from the past. Maybe you need to let him in. But you also have to like loosen up your rule book or your knowledge around how you think it should be. So she says here, I'm just curious why the Leo didn't show up. I feel like I'm supposed to be with the Virgo. The closest thing here that I would see to a Leo, which is not my Leo symbol, because I have a symbol for Leo in the box, is this jaguar. But this jaguar is more about spiritual sort of strength and awareness. It has more of a shamanistic feel to it. And the purpose that I put it in here for is for, representing that. So I don't think, even if we were going to stretch it and say, oh, this could be the Leo because it's a large cat, it's upside down. Like, so, and it's in your higher mind. And you said it yourself, you feel like you should be with the Virgo, not the Leo. And that's why this large cat would be upside down in your higher mind, because in your higher mind, in your higher thinking, you're like, you know what, this isn't right. But I also think this has to do with you not trusting your own spiritual information. And underneath here is your intuition. As you go into the future, you're going to start to trust your knowing, but you have to cut something away. And it's the 6 is significant. When is Leo? No, Virgo's the 6th month. Is his birthday on the 6th? I don't know. I just think that you'll figure it out. All right, I'm going to put it away because I got a bunch more people to get through. So I hope that made sense. Please give the video a like, a follow, a share, a subscribe. I really appreciate it. I hope that made sense. I don't know why this broken moon keeps showing up. Jessica Pacheco, you're up next. 7-6 is the Leo? Wait, who's 7-6? 7-6 is July 6th. Is that his birthday? You need to cut the Leo away, girl, and you know it. In your higher mind. Those scissors were touching that 6. All right. Where is my life heading, and will I meet someone who will stick around? All right, Jessica, I love you, but we got to have only one sort of question. I'm going to just sort of charm and see what happens, okay? I'll keep that in my mind, but I don't know if I can answer all of that all in one charm. We'll do our best. Okay. Where is her life heading? And will she meet someone who will stick around? Okay, Jessica. Let's see. What do we have going on here? Hold on. I kind of knocked the board, but I want to say this. Okay. We have the family charm kind of in the past, in the higher mind. But it says to me that family is sort of really important to you, or it's been a big focus for you. It's something that you want for yourself too, is kind of how I feel. You may not be so focused on it now, but in the past you have been. I feel like when I look at this charm, like maybe you have a really good family connection to your own family, I hope. it just feels like you want that. If you don't have that good connection with your existing family, you want to create that for yourself, and you've thought about it a lot in the past, okay? Now, what I want to talk about in your present space, you have the good luck charm, which is the rooster, and he's standing straight upright, and like, you know, he also can represent a little cock. Sorry. But it's true. He can be good luck, and it can mean that you could be getting a little bit of cock at some point. And the reason why I say that is you have the lover's charm right here, and they are in full embrace. But they're kind of in the future, okay? So hold on, I got more. There's more coming. And no pun intended. No, I don't mean C-U-M-M-I-N-G. All right, so, and I hope you're over 18, Jessica. You better be over 18. If I'm talking to you this way, I don't want to go to jail. All right, all viewers, you need to be over 18 or leave the room now. All right, so you have the dolphin charm, which is intelligence and communication. So I like that you've got this going on. You like definitely are aware of what you want and are able to communicate it. You have the third eye charm in the center. Like you're trying to imagine the guy. Like you're certainly definitely imagining some dick, and that's okay. But you're imagining the guy. And you want the guy, and you're trying to look at how you want the guy. Now, we're going to go back to the past here. You had the guy at one point. Oh, you can't see it on the camera. You had the guy at one point. He's right here. And he's kind of in the past. He's not fully out of the picture. Does that make sense? I feel like you might have somebody that's coming in and out of your picture still. He needs to go more into the past. And you have the wrench next to him. Like he was a big pain in the ass. Like it was a lot of work. He was always throwing a wrench into things. Things weren't working. The wrench charm is right here. But these things are more in the past part of the board, right? So while you might have been communicating a lot with him and trying to work things out and being the intelligent one to try and create a family with him, he was kind of being a dick and maybe it wasn't really quite working. Does that make sense? So she says, this is too on point. Oops. So you are kind of thinking about what you want, and you are manifesting it or trying to get clear on it. I like that this is the clear chakra charm, right? But this is your third eye. You're imagining it, and you're trying to make it happen. And you have some good luck on your side. You have some serious rooster energy ready to help you, okay? But I'm going to say this. You also have the hardened heart charm, and it's face down. And I have a series of different hearts in the box. There's one that's just a broken heart. There's one that's two heart pieces that are split apart that represent twin flames. So if those show up on the board together, then oh shit, all hell has broken loose. Your twin flame has arrived. But you don't have that, so we don't need to worry about that. But you have the hardened heart. And what I want to say about this is it's upside down, face down, is it says to me that although you are trying to create the perfect man, when you ask the question, will he show up and will he stay? This says to me that the part about will he stay is your hardened heart. You sort of feel like, you know, from this experience with the wrench, the dude that kind of maybe hasn't fully gone out of the picture yet, that's a pain in the ass, you've suffered a little bit and you're not 100% sure that it's possible, okay? Because of this hardened heart. So I feel like your heart and your intuition are kind of going back and forth, going like your intuition says, yeah, I would really like him and I want him to be this way. I want him to be kind and compassionate and sweet and smart. But your heart is like, yeah, but you thought that was like the last guy and he was a dick and look what happened and it didn't work. And so I feel like you're trying to work that out. There's nothing wrong with that. You will sort that out, and I'll explain to you why. Down here in your deep subconscious, you have the guardian angel charm. So you've got a guardian angel he's sort of sitting right a little bit like you. If you haven't met him yet, if he hasn't started working with you yet, he will. He'll start coming to you in the dreams. He'll start coming to you. Can you guys see that? Hold on, sorry. Is that upside down for you? Let me get upside down. There we go. Camera's all wonky. Anyways, he's upright, he's face up, he's right here, he's border on present and future. So if he's not here yet and he's not showing up in your dreams just yet, and I'm not talking about your lover boy, I'm talking about your guardian angel who's going to help you to guide you towards the future, right? And get your heart sort of ready for the next, right? But you do have the lover's charm. also heading in the future, kind of in a direct line above this guardian angel charm. That's why it feels like he is going to help there. Like they feel connected to me. They're on the same sort of timeline right here, right? On the board. Now, up above, I'm going to go back up a little bit. You have a couple things. There's romance, which is the Eiffel Tower. It's kind of tilted upside down, but that's okay. I'm going to let it slide. I don't think that's a big deal. But this is romance, and this is also the possibility of travel. I have a plane in the box, too, that really represents travel. But this could be potential travel, but it's also the Eiffel Tower, which represents romance. So there's romance, and you have the lovers. So that says that something could be brewing in the future, for sure. You also have one of my favorite charms of all, which is the little matador jacket. Can you see that? And that is bravery. And so to me, it says where it's positioned is right above on this same sort of line with this guardian angel and the lovers and this romance, is that you need to do this heart work so that you can be brave, so that you can let these things in. Okay? Now, what I want to say is this. You have two charms in your future that kind of, to me, are a little bit iffy. They're both face down, which I feel like that's a good thing right now. One is the frog, which represents sort of like cleansing. That can be cleansing of one's spirit, cleansing of one's mind, cleansing of one's heart. But he's face down. And you also have the anchor charm face down in the future. And what I'm feeling intuitively, or what like I feel like my guides are saying to me, is that if you don't break free of this dude down here, King Wrench Dick or whatever, like if you don't like cut loose from him fully, or you try and create this situation, this romance and this lovers thing with him or with a guy like him, you could end up in the future with an anchor and a need to cleanse. Right now, they're face down. It says to me, you're not quite there yet. You don't need it, right? But it is a possibility. That's why they're on the board. They're saying that, they're kind of giving you a warning. Pick the right guy is kind of the message that I'm getting. Make sure you don't pick a guy that's similar to this one, or that's got problems, or that isn't listening to your good communication and your intelligence, isn't honoring your heart. If he's treating you the same way, don't, I'm going to get a little X-rated again. Don't be fooled by some good cock, okay, girl? It's happened to me. I've been victimized. It happens. I know how it happens. Be careful. You want love, you want romance, and you want to be brave, and you want to create it with somebody that will stick around, that knows and honors you for who you are and appreciates you for who you are. Let that guardian angel down here guide you in that path and finding that man, so that you don't end up with another anchor situation where you're like, fuck, I gotta cut this one loose too. I gotta go and cleanse again and get my mind right again and fix myself. So, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not reading all of these comments. I'm trying to read the charms, so if it feels like I am avoiding you, I'm not. I know I see the comments are just flying and they're big, but I can't keep up. So just be aware that these charms say to me that there could be a possibility where it could be a heavyweight that you need to be cleansed, but right now they're face down, so it says to me that you have also the possibility of them not being that way, it not being that type of a situation. So just be cautious and work with your guardian angel. Be brave, and if it doesn't feel like love, or if it doesn't feel right, or if it starts to become hard work or like a wrench in the plans, like this wrench is, if it starts to seem similar like this situation was maybe from the past, I would cut it loose and start over. Go back to the drawing board, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. So that's your reading. Please give me a like, a subscribe, all of that. I'm going to put my buttons in my Linktree links in the comments section so that you guys know where to subscribe. Please subscribe to Facebook business page. Hit the bell, and definitely subscribe to YouTube. The whole reason why I'm doing these is I'm trying to build my presence on YouTube, guys. All right, Teresa Barker, are you still here? Thank you, Jessica Pacheco. She says thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. Teresa Barker, you're on my list. And then after Teresa Barker is Kat Vega. Okay, thank you, Kelly. Kelly says, that's okay, Dan. We are mostly discussing amongst ourselves. Just focus on your readings. That's what I'm trying to do. And I just see all these big comments, and I'm like, uh-oh, is somebody asking me something? Or you're welcome, Aqualove. Aqualove, thank you for my reading also, LOL. All right, Teresa, do you have a subject that you want me to charm on, or just a general reading? Jessica Farley says, get you some. Okay. Debra Rosado. Gracias, Rose. I said that because I just said Rosado. Rose says, actually, Rosado is Rose. Rose on Facebook says, you are amazing, Dan. General, please. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Can I please have a charm reading for Teresa Barker? All right, Teresa, ready? Interesting. Interesting. What's going on with Teresa? Teresa has the lover's charm in her present time space, in her conscious mind, also kind of in her higher mind. Looks like Teresa's trying to look and find something if she doesn't already have it. She's definitely thinking about it. She's trying to make it happen. Oops, my other light just went out, so you guys are gonna have a little bit of shadow on one side. So I'm gonna say this: you've got the lover's charm right in your center of your board, and that to me looks like either if you're not already in a relationship, you're looking for one. I'm just trying to ask if you are in a relationship. Teresa, are you in a relationship? Just give me a yes or no. Here, Erica Harvell, it's in the link tree. The Restream.io link tree, Engelgeist 333. If you hit that, there's a button in the link tree that takes you to the YouTube. And then you can subscribe there. You are in a relationship. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. It feels like good. Like if what I was gonna say is if you weren't in a relationship, you were trying to create something very, very good. There's also down here in the lower part is the heart chakra, which is kind of directly underneath these lovers. And that's I like this. This is the heart chakra stone. And this feels more like in your conscious mind, but also in your subconscious. And then you have this love happening here in the conscious mind leading into the higher mind. And so it feels like kind of balance between these two charms, like you're really connecting to this dude. Does that make sense? And so it feels like you might actually really have a real bond, or you're beginning to create a very strong bond. Queen Kimmy, I have a list going right now. If you please give me a subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified. If I can't get you on the list this time, I will be doing more of these. I'm looking for subscriptions on YouTube, so please feel free to subscribe to the channel. But I have like quite a few people on the list as it stands. But I will do these. I've done one every day for the last few days, so there will be more of these. So I like that. That feels very balanced. There is this feeling here with these two charms. You have the dragonfly, which is upside down, and you have the swan, which is upside down. And swan represents grace for me, and sort of beauty. And dragonfly represents not only illusion, but also spirit. And both are upside down and kind of in the past, right? Like if this section were the past part of the board. I feel like there might have been a period of time where you didn't feel so sort of deserving of love, or as graceful or as beautiful as you do now with him. Does that make sense? It's sort of It feels like this relationship is improving your not only how you feel about him, but how you feel about yourself. Is that, can I get a yes on that, if that works? Yes, you have a bond. Thank you. But I feel like that bond is also creating something really good for you too, in the in the in these two charms, right? I feel like these two charms sort of kind of are turned over because you maybe weren't feeling quite so good prior to meeting him or about yourself, right? Now, up in your higher mind, you have this key, which I love. Let me move the camera so you can see it. You have this key in your higher mind. There's something going on up here, and you have the tree of life, which is like about spiritual growth coming in the future, and you have bravery coming in the future. You also have the fish symbol, which is here for Pisces. I don't know if he is a Pisces or if you are a Pisces, but it feels like this is in the future. So I feel like there's something. Yeah, they are snoring in the background. I feel like there's something that's going to be in your future that is going to be key to your growth and is going to require your bravery. Does that make sense? I have a feeling that I know what it is, but I don't want to say. Okay? I'll leave that up to you. Can you answer for me? Are one of you two a Pisces? Because I'm not sure why this fish here is in the future. Oh, a baby. That's actually an interesting thought. It could be a Pisces baby. Teresa, are you pregnant? No. Neither of you are Pisces. Okay. Maybe it could be the idea of a baby. I don't know. What I think... Okay, so where I'm going to go with this... I'm going to tell you what I think, but I don't like to future predict for people, okay? So I'm going to tell you what I think these charms are, or what I intuitively heard, but don't, take it with a grain of salt. It's this key and the tree of life and the bravery say to me that in the future there could be a possible marriage. And then it's funny because the Pisces or the fish makes me think that there could be a baby that's a Pisces coming down the line further, like after that. I don't know if you're ready to marry him yet, and it feels like it's a long way off, but it's like a big key. It's in your higher mind. Maybe you've been thinking about it or kicking around the idea, but when you unlock that door, the tree of life kicks in, the bravery charm kicks in, and then this Pisces kicks in for some reason. And so I don't know if that is the case, but if you message me in a year from now or 2 years from now and you say, we got married and we had a baby in February and it's a Pisces, I shit you not, I will be so proud of myself and happy for you. But that's just kind of what I think is going on with these charms. Now, again, I have to say this, these charms are future, right? So it's not, we have free will. We can change these charms at any point in time, especially when they're in the future. They're not set in stone, right? You could decide to move to Paris tomorrow and say, fuck you, I don't want to marry you. That's up to you. But right now, as it stands and where you're at, especially with this lover's charm and this heart chakra charm, I feel like there could be, as I clear my throat chakra, I feel like there could be the possibility of a very strong bond that creates a lot of spiritual growth, requires you to sort of, step over the edge, be brave, and you might create a little fish. Now, over here you have a couple of things going on also. You have the rooster charm, but he's face down in the future. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that this could be a symbol of there's a possibility for good luck coming. But you don't necessarily, it's not quite here yet. He's not flipped over yet because it's in the future, and it all depends on how you... Kelly says, February 7 months off. Are you sure you're not pregnant? Kelly, stop it. It could be March, 8 months. Anyways, this rooster charm to me is not necessarily representing its cockness to me. It represents as the possibility of good luck or blessings coming to you in the future. But he's face down, which says to me, and this is the thing, we have the crab here again, and this crab shows up all the time, and he drives me nuts, but I feel like this crab is how you are going to move into the future. Are you going to be crabby and bitchy and complain and focus on the negative? Then the rooster is going to stay face down. But see, this is in the future, so we don't know what kind of crab you're going to be. Like if you flip this crab upright and just be like okay and be good, or deal with it as it is, the rooster flips over too, and good luck and blessings abound in the future. And the reason why I say this is because you have the big conch shell, which is the big listen. You also have underneath this crab the little conch shell, which is the little listen, like the pay attention. So one of these, I put two in for two different sizes. One is like, hey, pay attention. The other is like, pay attention. Like, this is a big deal. So there's something that Spirit is trying to say through these conch shells that is saying to me, not only do you need to pay attention to where your attitude is at going into the future, or where your focus is at in the future, you really need to pay attention. Like doubly every possibility, be very aware about what you're creating as you're moving into your future, because if you're being too crabby or being too pessimistic or whatever, you could affect something that could be very lucky for you and very beneficial for you in the future, which is this rooster charm. Okay? I think that's a separate thing from everything that's happening up here. They feel sort of separate, but I also think that if this is a marriage or some sort of union sort of situation with the possibility of some sort of child or whatever this is, we would want to be as positive minded anyways, right? So just be very, my advice to you, or what I feel like I need to say to you from this reading, is be very conscious as you move into the future about where you place your intention and your attention and how it is. If it is positive or if it is negative, if you're complaining a lot, if you could be affecting outcomes or lucky situations, beneficial situations that could be waiting for you, or you're not seeing them because you're unable to see them because you're too busy focusing on what's not working. Does that make sense? Or the baby listen. So many double entendres tonight. Somebody's using French. Alright, so I'm going to put all that away. These people are like just going at it. Like, look at that. There could be a baby. Hi, Bernice at Aitchison. You would get on the list, but I already have my list going at this point. If you're subscribed to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified the next time that I go live. And then I will be doing more free readings, and you can ask to be on the list then, but you gotta kind of come into the video early. We announced this video hours ago, and then I waited until 7 before sort of compiling the list. You're welcome, Teresa. I hope that makes sense. So, Kat Vega, sorry, you're next. And then Jennifer Nichols, you're up next after Kat. So, Kat Vega, are you here? And then after that is the real sunshine. And you guys hang out because I might do a couple extra off the list. We'll see. So I feel kind of okay. I might crack that Coca-Cola that I have in the fridge. If I crack that Coca-Cola, I might be able to eke out a reading or two more. How many viewers are there on this, Dan? I don't know. Where do I find that out? I have no idea. I wouldn't know. Jen Nichols is here. Okay, great. Kat Vega, are you here? Erica Harbell, were you able to find the YouTube and subscribe? My Showcase Showdown winner. Kat Vega, are you still here, dear? I don't know if Kat left. Is that 16? Thank you, Erica. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. If I get to, this is crazy. I know I'm only at 200, but if I get to I have to get to 1,000 to be able to have chat availability on YouTube. 1,000 subscriptions. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, but that big fly is right up there on the wall. You bastard. My nemesis! Hey, Miguel Garcia, how are you? Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. So, I think Kat Vega bailed. Kat Vega maybe needed so much help that she was just like, deuces. I don't remember if Kat... Miguel, we're doing charm readings with flies. It's really hot. Hey, Shayna Purchase. Hi. I know, we will do... Vacant Valley Ways, which is Kristen, she says, you can do it, we'll do it together! Yes, that's what I need. Get him, Tiger. So, is Kat Vega still here? I know, I am letting the universe work. Rose, I was very pleased that I even made 200. I was surprised by that. I started with none. Heidi Phillips, you're after Jen Nichols. So Jennifer Nichols, it goes Kat Vega, Jennifer Nichols, Heidi Phillips, and then the Real Sunshine. So I don't know if Kat Vega's still here. I'm gonna do one more call for Kat Vega. I can't remember if Kat might have been YouTube or if she was Facebook. Because if she's Facebook, I could maybe not be seeing her comments. Sometimes that happens with Restream. Let me get that Coca-Cola. I'm gonna need it. I shouldn't be drinking it this late at night, but I might. I know, I'm wondering, so Kat Vega, I'm just wondering, you don't see Kat anymore? Alright, so I'm going to move on from Kat Vega. Jennifer Nichols, are you here? She is, okay, Jen's here. So Heidi, you're up next. Jen, do you have me... she is there, Erica? Can you tell her that I'm not seeing her? Can you ask Kat Vega what she wants her charming to be on? Like if she has a subject or a general? Can you see if she's responding? Oh, your phone died. Okay, now I can see you, Kat. Sorry, Jen Nichols. I know you're there and I know you're ready and waiting. So... did you have a subject that you, as I have a nice, refreshing sip of Coca-Cola? Listen to that, it's like an angel farting. Actually, that was an angel farting. Me. Just kidding. Career! Alright, Kat Vega's career. Thank you, Spirit. May I please have the charms that will best represent Kat Vega's career and what she needs to know currently. Ooh, there's a lot going on in her career space. This fucking fly, I swear to God, he's like hanging out right here. He's like, you guys, he's like literally flying like it's, there's a whole house, there's a whole frigging apartment he could be flying around and landing on shit and doing stuff, needlepoint, I don't give a fuck. He could be changing the music for all I care. But no, he's got to be 6 inches from my face, back and forth. Like, he's like, ooh, let me see what's going on in Kat's career space. Oh my God, do you see that? She's got the arrow pointing down. Wow, that's so interesting. Jesus. All right, let's see what Kat's going on. All right, so first off, right out of the gate, I see the heart chakra in the past. It feels to me like, and it's upright. You really do want something that you love. I don't know that you haven't given up on that, though. I hate to say that. But it feels like you might have given up on the idea of being able to do the thing that you love. And the reason why I say that is it feels like we've got that owl face down again in the center of our conscious mind. It feels like he's sitting, like our logic or our knowledge is sitting on us and keeping our intuition. Again, intuition, the moon, the broken moon is underneath him. He's sitting on our intuitive impulses, and our communication chakra is flipped over. We're not necessarily able to feel like we can communicate what we want in our career space, or maybe in the career that we're currently in. I feel, oh, he just flew right through here. He's like totally like dive bombing me and shit. He's trying to get my attention. So to me, it feels like let me see here. Your intentions are good here with this heart chakra stone here, and it feels like in the past you really wanted this ideal career or this ideal situation. I don't know if you necessarily have it right now. It feels to me like I said, your logical mind is telling you that's not possible, or you can't be successful, or you can't make the kind of money that you want. There's something going on there where it's like battling your intuition, and it's holding back your communication. In your higher mind, it's interesting because you have this arrow pointing down at the axe, which is almost telling me you need to axe something, like you need to cut something free, you need to like let it go, you need to, it might be this limited thinking. Even though this owl says to me, Kat, you're really smart, you're really like on top of it, you're very capable, you're very knowledgeable, all of those things that the owl represents you have and are present, but it's kind of blocking you in some way, shape, or form. And then you've got this dude under here, which I don't know if this is a boyfriend that you currently have, but I kind of feel like there's a male presence, if it is a boyfriend, that sort of is also underneath all of this, kind of maybe trying to support you in this, but he doesn't necessarily, I kind of feel like he's not necessarily a great support in your career hopes and dreams. Like, he kind of feels like he's connecting more with this owl, like, okay, so I'm going to just use this as an example. Maybe this is your situation, maybe it's not. But it feels like if you are in a career right now that you don't love, that you're not happy in, and you know it, and you're staying there because, like, you need to pay the bills, he's kind of reaffirming that, like, is what I feel like. I feel like he's touching this owl. He's sort of the foundation, too. It's like, babe, you can't quit your job. You can't go after the thing that you love because we won't be able to pay the bills. We won't be able to make enough money to live off of. It sort of feels like that. So I feel like not only is it your own thoughts that are sort of telling you misinformation, I also feel like he's sort of supporting that misinformation out of his own fear, right? Or his own worry. It's not a bad thing. It's not like he's just trying to sort of, in a way, he thinks he's supporting you and keeping you supported, but he's also kind of keeping you in a place where it's not really what you want. Okay. Now, let's move forward, because now we're heading like from like present time into the future. I want to say this. I feel like you have the Cobra charm, and the Cobra is laying over the lizard, and it feels like they are at odds. The lizard represents dreaming, right? The lizard is all about creating of dreams and sort of bringing them into reality. And the cobra is kind of like the snake in the grass. And I feel like he's laying on the dreams. So I don't know if you have like a coworker or a boss or somebody that is sort of sucking you dry or making things more miserable for you in your career space, but it feels like to me that's sort of what's going on here. It could be it feels like it's like like a nasty coworker or somebody that you just don't want to deal with, and they're like sitting on top of you getting free, or creating the thing that you want, or making the job into the thing that you want it to be. So all of this is connected to the horse charm, and the horse charm is like, hey Diane, the horse charm is like personal power. And personal power to me it's facing down, the horse. So it feels like even though you're staying focused on your dreams and trying to achieve them, maybe in the career that you're in or in the work that you're in, I think this is a fly. What do you mean? And this fly here represents annoyance. So this sorry, I lost my train of thought because I just saw Kristen Clark's, I think this is a fly comment. Stop, you guys, I'm trying to do a reading. Cut it out now. So this dream thing, this idea of where you want to be or what you want to be doing, and it feeling blocked or not being like able to move forward is kind of affecting your personal power. Now going into the future, we have the bravery charm. It's face down, but I think that means that it's representational as being present and available. You just need to flip it over, right? And you have the star charm, which is the starfish charm, which to me, it feels a little bit vulnerable when it's flipped over like this, but it has the ability in the future to flip over, right? And shine and really be amazing. This charm here is also in the future and flipped down. It's the charm for Gemini, usually, but it could mean a partnership. It could mean you going into sort of business, I think with another female, because it looks like two females. Unless you're a Gemini, I feel like there is this idea that possibly you could move forward and do those sort of, do something different, right? And it's touching on this lizard's tail. So it feels like all of these are face down in the future because it's all about whether or not you're going to be able to get out from underneath what your mind is telling you and limiting you in what you can do in your career space. Up here you have the hardened heart also in your higher mind in face down, which says to me, I feel like you're fearful of getting hurt again. You're fearful of failing again. You're fearful of, like chasing that dream because at maybe times in the past you've tried and it maybe hasn't worked out, and that's what's hardened the heart. But you're not fully listening to it. That's why the heart is turned down, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing that you're not fully listening to it, because that might be exactly what you need to propel you forward. If you do begin to propel forward and you get this cobra out of your fucking way, the horse flips over, the bravery charm flips over, the starfish charm flips over, the Gemini charm flips over, you go into partnership possibly with another female, or business with another female, career with maybe another female co-worker that's more beneficial than whoever this cobra is. You will have a better career experience. I want to go back to the singular die that's up here. This feels very lonely to me. Like when I look at this, there's this arrow pointing down in the high mind that's saying you've got to cut something free. It's this idea that you have to do it on your own or that you have to do it alone. And then I look at this partnership here in the future, like whatever it is that you want to achieve or whatever it is that you want to do, I think you believe that it's like you're the one that's in charge, you're the only one that's going to get you there. And you're also experiencing it here with this cobra. Like you can't really necessarily depend on others because they kind of, this situation certainly feels like they're not your friend. But if you cut away this idea that you're alone or that you have to do it all on your own, so maybe you can't achieve it or you can't do it or you're not strong enough, and like push that into the past and move forward, flip this owl, trust your intuition, stop listening to whoever this guy is, if it's your boyfriend or somebody saying like, oh babe, but don't do that, you can't do it. Yes, you can find what you love. That's what started you out. That's what you want. That's what you deeply want, like not only in your conscious mind, but also in your subconscious, but you're kind of letting that slide into the past and you're forgetting about it and forgetting that it's a possibility when actually it really says that it is possible if you stick with your dreams and use your knowledge and your logic to follow your intuition and to communicate what you want clearly. Flip those stones. Are you serious? The fly spirit guide represents prosperity and determination during adversity. Well, with all this buzzing in the chat, I can definitely like deal with the adversity right now. So I hope that makes sense for you, Kat Vega. I know that you came in saying, ugh, I need help. So I hope that helps. I don't know if your phone is dead, but your career is not. How does that sound? Go into the future with bravery, shine as the star that you are, don't give up on your dreams, access your personal power, communicate what you need, know that your mind is a strong and powerful thing, and use it to propel yourself forward to what you love to do, not what you feel like you have to do. Okay, that's your synopsis there. So I'm going to put all those away. And now it's Jen Nichols' turn. Jennifer Nichols. I would love it if the fly landed right on the camera. Or like on the board. Just to prove to you guys. He's right fucking here. Like he's right. He's like. I mean, he couldn't be any more annoying. He's like on the lamps. Like he just flew by. Ah! Alright. So Jen Nichols, you're up next. As far as how to phrase a question, because you asked, it really doesn't matter. You can just give me a subject and I can look at it. You can give me a one-word subject, or you can, if you want to ask a specific question, I can see what I can do. This is all a little bit new to me too. That's why I'm sort of doing it all free. Angel Abel says, awesome read. That's the nicest thing Angel has said to anybody in the last 15 years. You guys, I'm done. It's like, that's the nicest thing Angel has said to anybody in probably since she was 7. I swear to God. All right. Thank you, Deborah Rosato, for the compliment. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If I do not get a chance to do you guys a read tonight, I will be doing this again probably tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow I am going to try and shoot the new pick a card, and then check those videos out too on the YouTube page. There's pick a cards, and I do a daily card draw in the mornings. I'm also available for private readings. And all that information is included on all the videos and stuff. Angel says, you're welcome. It hurt to do it. Well, thank you for putting yourself out there, Angel. Thank you, Deborah Rosato. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Career. Okay, so career for Jen Nichols. Thank you, Spirit, for the last reading. Can I please get a career reading for Jennifer Nichols? Interesting. Okay, Jen Nichols. Let's see what we got going on. All right. Lucky Break is here. The rooster's here, and it feels like there's some luck. It feels like it's maybe just happened, or if it hasn't happened yet, it's about to, but it's kind of close to the past sector. So I feel like it's just happened. You also have the little girl charm, which I'm not sure where she affects your work. I don't know if you have a daughter. I know you have kids, but I don't know. But the little girl makes me feel like the kids are a concern when it comes to your career, or one of the girls is a concern. The spirit charm is in the dead center. Dragonfly, he's upright, so I feel like spirit is there, but your heart chakra stone is here also in the center, but it's in the sort of the higher mind and in the conscious mind. I feel like you're not necessarily doing what you love. You're not necessarily allowing yourself to have what it is that you need, right? I almost feel like where where Kat Vega had her heart chakra in the past, like it was upright, she had a clear understanding of maybe what she wanted to do. I feel like you might be questioning or changing what it is that you're passionate about, or what it is that like inspires you in your heart, right? And I think that maybe this is why this little girl charm is here too, is I'm now like hearing or getting this hit that like maybe you want to do this not only for yourself so that you feel pleased, but you also want to see and teach her how to do this too. Does that make sense? So when I look at the red and the black, it makes me think of being in the red or in the black, like always kind of maybe thinking about money. Are we in the red? Are we in the black? Are we in the red? Are we in the black? Is this pay enough? Does it not pay enough? Da, 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 da. It also adds up to the number 7. I don't know if that is significant for you, but to me it feels like there is this sort of focus on finance. Like it feels like, okay, this is our heart and this is what inspires us, but this to me draws my attention more. So it's almost like I feel like in career space you would almost sell out, not sell out, I don't mean that in a bad way, but you would choose a better paying job over something that your heart really felt in it. Does that make sense? Like right now it feels like the focus is maybe more on money for you than it is on inspiration or what you feel really connected to. And so I'm going to just explain to you why I feel that. So down here we have the crown charm, the queen charm. This represents as queen. I put the 2 crowns in here. One is for king and one is for queen. But this queen charm is upside down and face down. And I feel like it feels to me that it's upside down and face down because you're not giving yourself what it is you need in your career space, because you haven't found the new thing that you're really passionate about, that you really need, that you really want to do, that you're really inspired by. And money is a concern, but that's normal. Money's a concern for everybody. So I feel like when you sort this out and you balance these two, like where money and inspiration become one, this crown card, this crown will flip back over and you will feel in charge again, like a queen, like that rules over everything. You will feel whole again, beautiful again, accomplished again. But right now, I feel like you're sort of confused, and so that's why you're not feeling 100% sure of yourself and not really seeing your beauty. Now, I want to go over here into this future stuff. All right, this is heading into the future. You have one of the Reiki charms. This is the pulling of power, I believe. It's the spiral, so I always think of it as like, trying to gain power. That fucking fly. It's like trying to pull the power together, but it's face down, and we have it over the king charm, which is also face down and upside down, and the transformation charm, and then the cobra, and the arrow. And the arrow is pointing to the past. So when I'm going to place this back here and explain to you what I think this little clump means, or how I read this little clump. Getting ahead and getting the power between you and your husband or you and your partner right now is hard. And I feel like there's something from the past. This arrow is pointing to the past, and it might be something like a bad experience. That's why this cobra's here, or some sort of situation where you guys maybe didn't, like you got screwed over or something bad happened, and so I feel like that was in the past, but the memory of that kind of still has you guys a little shook, or a little like feeling like you're having a hard time getting, like I'm getting the image of like starting a car, like, and how the engine turns over and turns over. That's what this charm feels like to me, is it's like you're just waiting for the engine to connect. And then this charm can turn over, and the power for both you and your partner can start to like rev again. And you can build up that power, which will be healing, because this is a chakra stone, which will be healing, and it'll like rev up that energy to get you and your husband's career stuff, like both of your crowns flipped over, so that you guys feel like the rulers that you are in your home and in your career space and in your life. When this happens, I feel like this giant butterfly, which is the big transformation, flips over too, and she's going to transform the career space for you guys. But there's this traction that needs to happen here with this charm. Oh, I'm sorry, you probably can't see fully. This charm here needs to, like, it's this healing energy that needs to take place, where you guys need to build it up together almost, and push forward. Does that make sense? Now, going into the future, bravery is in your higher mind, but it's sort of face down. It says to me that you do need to be brave, but you have to find the bravery first. The lizard is here in the future face down. You have to find the bravery within your higher mind or within your thoughts to be willing to pursue your dreams. Your dreams are here in the future. The possibility of pursuing them and creating them and making them real is very real. But you're not there yet. So it's up to you whether or not you decide to be brave and flip this lizard and start to create from a place of dreaming. And that's what this charm is about. Like, do we dream? Do we do what we want? Do we try and live out our dream? Or do we sort of stay in situations that don't serve us, or that we're not inspired by, let's say, but we stay there for, say, financial reasons? Now, there's a couple more charms I want to look at. One of them is the star charm, and again, I think this is like similar to the last reading, I think it was with cats, or somebody had it where the star was in the future. It feels vulnerable, but it's present, like the opportunity is there. Right now, we haven't seen what you're going to do or what choices you're going to make to know if whether or not this star will flip over in your future and you will be able to shine. Right now, it feels vulnerable, but if it does, if the lizard flips over, if the bravery flips over, if you act from a place of bravery, you pursue your dreams from your higher mind, and in your conscious mind you believe that you are this star, that will flip over. There's this charm here, which this is the charm that I use to represent sort of mother. It's Mary. She is face up, but she's upside down. And she's kind of in the future. I mean, she's definitely in the future space, but I sort of feel like, I don't know if this is your relationship to your mother or if this is you as a mother, but I sort of feel like her being upside down feels like either A, your mother, there's a fear of some sort about your mother either judging what you do or it not being enough, or that if you choose to do what it is that you want to do, that you dream about, that might make you less of a mother. Does that make sense? Like, that's why she's inverted. I don't think it's true. I think it's a belief that you have. I think that it's a fear that you have, that if I pursue the thing that I want to do or that I dream about, then does that mean that I'm less of an earner and I'm sacrificing something? Does that make sense? And then the last charm that I see underneath this money, this black and red charm thing, this thing we have here going on with the money, is the spider. And the spider to me can represent a couple different things: getting caught in a web, or writing. And when I think about this, it feels like to me what I'm hearing is that it might benefit you to begin to write what it is you want and why it is you want it, and put it down on paper. Because I think as you do that, it's in direct line with the bravery charm. It's going to start to help to build that bravery and that realization of whatever it is that is your heart's desire. Because when we're doing our heart's desire, if we believe in it enough, and it's similar, I'm going to use myself as an example. This is my heart's desire, is doing this kind of work. So I plug away at it and plug away at it, and I think, oh my God, I'm never going to make 200 subscribers, or I'm never going to make this, I'm never going to make that. But I have to stay brave. I have to keep at it, because this is really what I feel like I love doing, and this is what I want to do. So this feels similar to that. Like, I could even learn from this a little bit and maybe write out my intentions a little bit more. But it feels like, to me, if you write out your intentions and get really clear, and the clearer you get, the braver you get, the more real the dream becomes. The dream starts to flip over, the starfish flips over, and then you start to realize that the money can be made, and the motherhood stuff, whether it's your mom that's judging you or it's you judging yourself as a mother, that will change too, because she is upright. She just needs to be flipped right side up. But because there's a focus on supporting the family, which is important, there is this focus on supporting the family successfully, that once you start to see that you can do that from a place of inspiration, it'll all fall into place, and you will be the queen that you know yourself to be, and your husband will be the king, and you guys will be okay. Big transformation will take place. I hope you like that, Jen. I hope that makes sense. You guys got to get that car started. It's like that. It just feels like this charm to me feels like it's just a matter of something clicking, and once it clicks, it's gonna, like, the engine's gonna rev, and both of you, the crowns will flip, and you guys will get back to being in that feeling and control again, feeling royal, feeling deserving, feeling that we can't be sort of touched, or it's gonna take more than that to affect us, kind of thing, and major transformation will take place. Thank you. Tony Middleton Steele says, I am a natural. Thank you. Sherry Baker says, definitely your gift, love. Thank you very much, Sherry Baker. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't, if you're new to me, please give a like to the business page. I'll put in the link. And hit the bell, so the next time I go live and do one of these, I can maybe add you to the list, and you can get a reading. Or subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the bell there. You're welcome, Jennifer Nichols. You're welcome. So Heidi Phillips, you're up. It's Heidi here. Heidi ho! Heidi ho. I didn't mean to call you Heidi ho, but you know what? A hoe in my book is a good thing, so that's why I hang out with Ducky. Hey, Rachel McIntyre, how are you? Are you... excuse me, I looked like I was having a stroke. Jesus Christ, I was only drinking Coca-Cola. Are you still feeling crabby? Good, I'm glad you feel blessed. Jennifer Nichols says, I feel so blessed. Thanks, Dan. You're welcome, Jennifer Nichols. You deserve it. She's a cool lady. I've read her privately, and she's got good energy. She's very cool, large and in charge mama, and she deserves all the good things that she has coming to her. And I mean large and in charge, like personality-wise, not size-wise, guys. I would never make that sort of a comment. I'm sorry. Heidi Phillips says, general reading. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. And please have a general reading for Heidi Phillips. Hey, Abby Does Hair, 1977. She says he's on fire tonight. Thank you very much. Okay. Let me see. Heidi Phillips. What does Heidi Phillips need to know, Spirit? Okay. Interesting. A lot of Heidi's stuff is like wanting to be in the future. Heidi, do you future trip a bit? Do you think a lot about the future and where you're going and worry a bit? Because when I look at this, the first thing I think about is worry. Like you're worried about, oh my God, what's going to happen? Where's it going to go? Okay. Hoes are, Angel Abel says hoes are okay in my book too. That's why I hang with Michaela. That's why Michaela has so many babies that she swears she's never going to have. Okay, you do worry a lot, Heidi Phillips? Okay, good, because that's what I see here. But I see a lot of good stuff here, so don't worry. I'm like, do you worry a lot? But don't worry. All right, let me show you what I see, and I'll tell you what's going on. All right, so I feel like you have the bravery charm. It's upright, and you have been brave. Excuse me, guys, little bubbles there. Pardon me, Coca-Cola. You have been brave in the past, and you are sort of being brave right now, currently, but it's sort of waning, it feels like. It feels like it's getting harder and harder to be brave. Back here there's a lot of stuff. You have the arrow underneath the elephant charm. Let me just show you the elephant charm. And he's turned on his side. I feel like elephant represents memories, right? The elephant never forgets. It also can represent sort of family, because elephants travel in packs and they're highly intelligent animals. And we have the dolphin charm down here, which is communication and sort of intelligence too. I feel like this says to me that in the past with your family, there has been some communication issues. There's been some stuff that has sort of set you up for sort of what you're dealing with now in the future, or what you worry about now in the future, okay? Now, you have the hardened heart in your higher mind, but it is upright, but it's a little bit upside down. So it says to me, you're aware of your pain, you're aware of where your walls are, you're aware of where you keep people out, but you're kind of like, I want to say okay with it, or you sort of live with it, like you've learned how to live with it. You're not, it's not like you're a victim in any way, or so brokenhearted. You're sort of like, okay, I know I've been hurt, I know that, whatever, but it's here, I'll deal with it when the time is right, kind of thing. Up here we have the turtle charm, and turtle generally represents sort of like slow process or Mother Earth, but here in this case I feel like this is on the hardened heart, which is almost doubly hardens the heart, because I think of the turtle's hard shell, and it's turned over and sort of vulnerable. So when I see it next to the hardened heart, it feels like to me like there is this part of you that wants to be vulnerable, but you're just not sure yet. You're just not sure you want that soft underbelly to be seen. There is this, you're like opening yourself up to the idea of it, but you've been brave most of your life throughout your past, and you've had to be brave, like things have required it of you, and so the battle wounds, or the sort of the scars, or the just the stuff that makes you who you are and the knowledge that you have, you're not 100% sure that you're ready to be vulnerable yet, but you're working on it, is what it feels like to me. There's a little girl charm here. I don't know if you have a daughter, but it feels like if you don't have a daughter, I kind of feel like you do have a daughter, but if you don't already have a daughter, I think that maybe doing some of this work is important for you, so that you can show her how to be and how to grow up. I don't want to say that you grew up improperly, but do you know what I mean? You want to give her like a great example of who you are, of how to be a good woman, of how to be strong, and all of those things. I feel like you factor her in. She is like the first thing on your mind. Does that make sense? Is that Kristen Clark? I've got 2 more to do. I've got Real Sunshine, and then you sent me a donation, so I'll do you last. I will add you because you sent me that donation. So let me add there on you, and then you can just hold, because I got Heidi, and then the Real Sunshine, and then Kristen, okay? So I don't know if you do have a daughter, but this feels like you have 2 sons, okay? I feel like this is maybe then this is your sons or a child, but to me it feels like, or maybe this is your inner child, or being an example for other women, for young girls. I don't know if it's important to you, but to me it feels like there's something. And then you have the spider here in the corner in the future. Like, are you going to write something for young girls that helps them? Is that something that you've ever thought about? You've been working on healing from your childhood. Okay, Heidi, I want to say this. Let me ask you, have you ever contemplated writing something about that? Just give me a yes or no. I don't need a whole big story. I just want a yes or no. Because I feel like this is in your future, this spider up in this high corner, and the spider is writing, and I feel like it's going to affect young girls. Maybe. Okay. So it is in the future. So that's a choice that you get to make when you get to that point, but it could have a very positive impact. What the hell is this charm? Okay. This charm, I'm like, what the hell is this charm? This charm is the small owl. Okay, we've seen the big owl a lot tonight, sitting on people's intuition and like saying, no, bitches. This owl is in the future too, and he's underneath the spider. And he represents knowledge too. He's just a quieter, like smaller version. He sort of, I feel like in this case, he feels like to me, if you do start to write, he might flip over, and that more quieter knowledge or that softer knowledge that you might have, you might be able to express through your writing. And that writing could help some people, as if you wrote about your healing or your experience with that. Okay, so Sherry Baker, you surrender, night all. I've noticed your comments, but I'm in the middle of a reading, Sherry. And I see that you've posted that you sent a donation, which I just noticed. I can't check my phone while I'm doing readings. And then you posted again, I am not feeling the love, but I'm in the midst of doing a reading for somebody. And then you're saying, I surrender, good night all. Now, I'm not sure if you were here at the beginning of the video, but I did have some house rules. When readings were happening, it's certainly fine that you guys talk amongst yourself, but to me, claiming all of that stuff and throwing out, I sent a donation, I'm not feeling the love, me, when it's very obvious that I'm giving somebody a reading, is kind of rude. So I appreciate the donation. I'm happy to put you on a list on another night, but if you've just tuned in, earlier this evening, I specifically requested that people not be like this. So if you could please not do that. Nobody's not loving you just because I'm actually paying attention to somebody who's waited for a very long time to get their reading. They've been here almost 2 hours, as have I. So if you've just wandered in here, sent me a donation, and it thought that that was going to stop everything and get you what you needed, I'm sorry, but you missed the beginning where I stated the house rules of what was going to happen tonight. It does say free readings, so sending donations is highly appreciated, and I'm very grateful for it, but it doesn't necessarily get you carte blanche to the top of the list. Okay? So I'm sorry if you feel that you've been ignored or that you're not feeling the love, but if that's what you choose to focus on, I can't stop you. But I need to get back to the people that have been waiting for a long time. Okay? And you have a great night, and maybe I'll see you at another reading. And I'm sorry that you feel the need to have to surrender. Because if you had surrendered, you would have only left one comment and then just stayed and watched. All right. So, back to you. Sorry about that, Heidi. So, I feel like the quiet knowledge will come into the future if you do begin to do... And see, that's the thing, too. When people do that, I have to go off for a minute. It breaks my concentration and it breaks my connection with spirit. And I just don't appreciate it. So I'm just going to say that outright. And Sherry Baker, if you would like me to send you back your donation, I can certainly do so. But you guys, it's like when I'm in the midst of doing this for somebody, I know most of you know this, but I'm just saying, 3 comments back to back to back about sending a donation, not feeling the love, and you surrender, and then bolting out of the room. It's like, how selfish can you be? All right. Sorry about that. Heidi Phillips. Back to Heidi. Thank you. One moment. Let me just get reconnected, Heidi. You succeeded in getting my attention, Sherry. Okay. So you have St. Judas Tadeo. He's the remover of obstacles. This could also represent as a man, and it's going into your future, but I feel like he's face down. I don't know if you're married, Heidi. But he's laying on this wrench, and it makes me think that quite possibly going into the future, there might be some problems if you are partnered. If you do, say, have a husband, there might be some things that you've been dealing with in the present that you're aware of that aren't really working for you, or that quite possibly aren't it's just not happening for you anymore, is how I want to say. You're not married? Okay, so then this could be the remover of obstacles. But were you married at one point in time? Can I get a yes or no on that, please? Or not necessarily married, but partnered with somebody that it was a big pain in the ass? Because the feeling is, and this is why I say this, I'll explain why I'm saying all of this. The wrench is underneath this man. It feels like you had to work, or there was a wrench, like he was always giving you problems. You needed to cut him free. That's the axe that's right here, right? He was blocking your ability to shine and be a star. You have felt vulnerable, and your protection was off. Like it's upside down. You have the football helmet. And to me, it feels like you didn't feel very protected. You didn't feel like necessarily he was protecting you, or you could protect yourself in a way. So you had to cut him free because he was just giving you too much trouble. And if you haven't fully cut him free, because this is sort of the present time space, so I would say either you've recently cut him free, or if you haven't fully gotten him out of the picture, he's heading out. He's like walking away, like he's face down, he's walking out in the near future. And the reason why I say that also is you have the green dice here, which is the number 1, which means you alone, and it means healing to me. Like it feels like as he leaves, you're healing your space, and you're going to be able to stand on your own in the future, going into the future, from a place that actually heals you. And part of the reason why I say that, and I'm going to slide this up a little bit, is the heart chakra stone is also here in the future, down in your subconscious, face up, matching the green that's in this green dice. So to me, it feels like subconsciously you're going to be having some work on your heart chakra happening, whether you're aware of it or not, and it's going to be giving you sort of the strength and the healing that you need. There's this strong, the foot milagro is here, and we have the illusion. Here, the dragonfly sometimes represents as spirit, it sometimes represents as illusion, but I feel like here, because it's flipped over and it's in the future, this feels like more like illusions. Like, and the foot feels like two different things. It feels like A, you're walking off into the future on like empowered, but B, you're also kicking illusion aside. You're kicking it away from you. Like you're no longer living in illusions anymore. You're standing strong in yourself and who you are and what you know to be true about your own healing. And you said it earlier when you said you've worked very hard on your healing. I think that there's something to be said for this spider to be being up in the corner and this owl flipped over. If you access your knowledge around your experiences of healing and maybe do some writing around it, you might find something very heart-centered that could be very amazing, that could help other people, other girls that maybe are in similar situations or could benefit from your information. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope that makes sense. I hope that gives you insight, and I hope that my little break from the reading wasn't too much. Okay? So the real sunshine, are you still here? I know you've been here since almost the beginning of the broadcast. I don't even know. I haven't seen you speak up in a while, so hopefully you're still here. Is the real sunshine still here? I think Real Sunshine might have left. She waited forever. All right, then is Kristen Clark here? Is anybody here? Now nobody's chatting. Everybody's like, oh my god, we're afraid of him. Thank you, Heidi. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just making sure my chat works by putting the link in there. Kristen, you're still here? Okay, good. All right, so let's do yours. Thank you for the donation, Kristen. It wasn't needed. It wasn't, I really appreciate it. I love it when, people do that, but it wasn't required tonight, but thank you. I do appreciate it. Hey, Jen Nicole, thank you for the smiley faces. Quiet, awkward pauses. Oh, I'm all digging in here. All digging in here, and I don't even know what your question is, Kristen. What would you like me to charm for you? Excuse me. That wasn't very charming. But I'm about to be. Watch. Kelly, you're still here? Hi, Kelly. Thank you for staying. Thank you, Kristen, for staying. Career. Y'all are career-oriented women. Working girls. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Can I please get a charm reading for Kristen Quigley's career? Melanie Griffiths. Y'all are just a bunch of Melanie Griffiths. I need a Melanie Griffiths charm. Working girl. Oh! Okay. The crab is back, but look at where he's decided to land. I'm going to take a poll. Do we include him or do we not include him? Hold on, let me ask. I think he didn't make it. I think he goes. Working. Burping is good. It releases energy. Okay, awesome. All right, so I think the crab didn't make it into the play tonight. So the crab is in your way higher mind. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna say be careful. Don't get too crabby. All right. So here we go. Career for Kristen. Career for Kristen Quigley. Say that 10 times fast. I just created a tongue twister. Career for Kristen Quigley. All right. At the center of where you're at, the first thing that draws my attention, and part of the reason why is because Spirit's got an arrow right at it. It's like Spirit's like, hey, look at this. Look at the fly. Actually, I think he left with Sherry. I saw him. He flew by with a white flag tied to his back. I think it was his 6th leg. I'm not sure. But it said on the little white flag, it said, I surrender. I donated an hour ago, and you've totally ignored me. And then he flew out. So, I don't know. You can't please everyone. Anyways, so back to Kristen Quigley's career reading. Coffee, tea, me. So the first thing I notice is this frog, and part of the reason is Spirit wants me to notice it because the arrow's right at it. It's like, hello, look at the frog. The frog is cleansing. The frog brings in the rain. This is about cleansing the mind, cleansing the heart, cleansing the spirit, cleansing what it is we want to do, how it is we want to do it, getting really clear on that. I feel like maybe there might be either, if you haven't already done that, you're in the process of that right now, trying to figure out where you want to be, what you want to be doing, and how you want to be doing it, and being really smart about it. It's funny, this cobra keeps showing up in everybody's career reads. Why the hell does it feel like you all are getting screwed over by somebody in your career spaces? It's really strange. He is out by Krabby Patty. Oh, you guys. The cobra's face down. Let me. The cobra is face down next to the big listen. The big pay attention. So you've got a snake in your midst in your career space. I don't know what you do for a living. You might have to message me at the business page and tell me. But there is a snake in the midst. And I feel like they're face down, so they could maybe not affect you, but it's all key on whether or not you pay attention and you like look around you and keep your wits about you. I feel like your money was better in the past than it is now, because you have this green dice here. Even though it's a low number, I feel like you felt better about it in your higher mind. And then this is in the past. This is the grounding chakra. Like, I feel like your home and your career, all of those things were sort of what grounded you, or what you were grounded in your worth, right? In your past. And I think that you're changing that with this frog. The domesticate, the home thing, I have two things that represent home, the cat and the teapot. And the cat is face down. So I feel like right now, maybe the home stuff needs a little bit of work, or you're feeling it right now with the home, like you're feeling a little dicey, or you would like it to be a little bit better. That's why you're doing this cleansing or this idea of what is it that I need to do? How is it that I need to do it? Where do I want to be? What do I want to be like pursuing? In what way? And trying to remain as positive about it as possible. But the big listen here, the big pay attention is saying from spirit in your higher mind, be careful of the snakes in the grass. These snakes in the grass could be thoughts in your mind too. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody outside of you. It could be a thought in your mind that's like waiting to strike and pull you back. Now, let's go into the future. What we've got going on in the future, we have double sixes, but they're red. That to me says what is the double sixes? I don't feel like it's love related. And normally the red dice are love related, and I don't feel like this feels love related to me. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to go back to the double sixes. There's something about the double sixes, but I can't figure it out. I feel like you've got this man sitting on your dreams in the future. I don't know if this is your husband. And then the family charm is in the future, and it's face down and upside down. So I'm not so sure what's going on domestic-wise here, but it could continue on in the future. You also have the small alcohol charm next to the family. It's face down, but it's like, this represents like, to me, like either partying, drinking, but it is face down. Like, I don't know if somebody in the family needs to quit drinking, or in the future will quit drinking, or maybe because of their drinking, everything turned upside down. But High Cups of Hope, I love your name. What a beautiful name. So, passion for a project, Angel Abel says, with the red. That's actually a good idea. That is an interesting read. That would make sense. That would be more, because I don't feel like it's like a love relationship thing. But I like that they're both sixes, and I feel like they're both moving into the future together. I feel like they're moving. Good night, Kelly. I feel like they are pushing you forward. But you also have the dreaming charm, and it's upside down in the future, and I feel like this man is crossing over it. Like, I don't know if you have a boss, or if this is a boss, somebody that's not allowing you to achieve your dreams. Somebody that, wait, Kristen Quigley saying, my mom is a recovering alcoholic and she was born in 66. Shut up. Is she alive? Bacon Valley Ways, Kristen Ravel going, yes, alcohol charm. Is your mom alive? Kristen, just give me a yes or no. She loves that there's a charm. She is alive. Okay. That's interesting. Because we did have somebody that was past that came through in the charms the other day in the video, and I was just like, oh shit, this could mean something. This could be like her mom trying to talk to her from the other side. But this, to me, is in the future. So, and this might be why you're cleansing. If your mom's a recovering alcoholic, there might be a little bit of why you're, like, in the past, your domesticated stuff maybe was a little bit questionable or not so good or a little bit turned upside down. Now you're in this place of kind of like balancing that, getting it cleansed and getting it moving forward. I feel like the arrow is also like sort of reinforcing that or saying that there's strength there, that you can get it done. I would be aware of negative thoughts or negative people around you. Be very aware of them and how they affect you or how you let them into both your higher mind or into your present, like, conscious mind. Going forward, though, the 66, like, I mean, that makes sense for your mom's birthday, but I feel like this is like future. I also feel like the 6 and the 6 are balanced between the higher mind and the conscious mind. Like, I feel like there is this idea that because they're almost like lined up, like perfectly in line on the board too. Like the conscious mind is leading just a little bit in front of the higher mind. So I like that they feel balanced. And I think that angels read on the idea of it being about passion for something is actually a very good idea of that being the red dice. But I also think that if this snake here is possibly bad thoughts, this could lead to aggravation or high aggravation in your career space going forward. So be careful of that. That's why this is the big listen. Don't let these thoughts or people or this guy get in your way of your dreams or old stuff, maybe your mom's old, old resentments around the family. These things are in the future, right? So as we're building our career or we're trying to put our career together or find the thing that we are passionate about, we want to be balanced and we want to move forward into the future with it. If we're not careful with our thoughts and what's going on, we'll undo all of this work that we're doing here with this cleansing frog if we're not paying attention. And we get into a place where we're fucking like aggravated or pissed off. This could go equal. This could be a strong 6 for aggravation, or it could be a strong 6 for passion, for what you're passionate about. It's like your choice, right? You get to choose. Am I going to be like, what am I going to use to fuel my fire, so to speak? The thing is that in the future there is this possibility that this gentleman, whoever he may be, might be standing on your dreams or the ability for you to access your dreams. So be aware of that and keep an eye out for that too, because I think that if you're aware here and you get past this, no problem, and you move forward with these being representing as passion into the future, you have the opportunity to sort of create something really good and powerful. But you also have the opportunity, if you go forward with aggravation, to create something just as powerful, but in a negative manner, where you're focused on sort of what's not working, what's, like going to the past and reflecting on the past and being frustrated by it. And that might be why the alcohol charm is there, and that might be why the family is face down, because you haven't gotten there yet, because we don't know how you're going to act when these thoughts start to arise or when these people get in your way as you're building the career. Are you going to pay attention, and are you going to like bat them away and go, no, not today, I'm moving forward towards in strength towards what I want and what I need and what I love? Or are you going to be like, let that stuff drag you down and bring your vibration to a place of frustration or aggravation? Then it makes it easier for these charms here to kind of come into play and start to irritate you and remind you, and you carry them into the future. And I think you don't want to carry them into the future. That's why you have this frog in the center. You're trying to cleanse yourself of all of this stuff. You're trying to let this stuff go. Oh, she says, I have so much passion for my business. My family thinks I'm crazy. And they're standing all over this dream here. And I think these double sixes say to me that you have the power. You're also very grounded. You have this is the first chakra stone in the past, and also sort of borderline in the present. Your family, like, I think you need to not let these thoughts seep into your head. Pay big attention, and don't let what they say and their backwards thinking or their upside down thinking affect the power that you have. If you let that seep in, you can create both positive experience or a negative. But either way, the experience is going to be big because you have sixes, and double sixes at that. So this says to me that what's going on in your high mind, or in your, it's similar to like the subconscious mind. What you're thinking about, you're creating in your conscious mind, right? So, and then you're making it real. You have these strong sixes. These are not like ones. These are not, it's the highest number of the die. So it says to me, you have the highest potential to create something either good or out of passion or out of aggravation. That's your choice. And in the future, you might have your family having something to say about it. The question is how much do you want to listen? I would say this is pay attention and listen to yourself more so than them, but you already know that. You have this grounding stone, which says to me that you can stay grounded in what you know to be true and to trust yourself. Is the guy sitting on your dreams your ex-husband? It might be. He's nuts. Well, you know what? We can kick him out of the way. He doesn't have to be there. You got to remember too. These are future charms. So those can be changed. They're not set in stone. I don't want you to think that this is bound to happen. This is just what we're looking at from this point forward as things stand right now. But I think that if you're paying attention to this giant conch shell, and you are paying attention and you are listening from a higher minded place, and you're dealing with your conscious mind from that higher minded place, these thoughts, these snaky little thoughts that are face down right now, so they're not like necessarily ready to bite you, but if they come up, don't let them come up and bite you. If you get control over those, these things may not even happen. Like, your family may not have the power to deter you, or your ex may not have the power to stand on your dreams. You might be like, fuck you, I got double sixes, bitch, I'm out. Audi 5000, and move on to getting on to you. So we lost the real sunshine, didn't we? Well, maybe this is why he's face up. If this is your husband, it might be that he's face up. The only thing is your dreams are upside down. So I'm assuming he's crossing your dreams and holding them down. This could be your husband supporting you. But the thing is you need to sort of get your family out of this picture, and maybe back your husband off a little bit, and then flip your dreams and chase them. I mean, would your ex-husband have the power to stop you from achieving your dreams, even though he's nuts? Can't you just kick him in the nuts? Tell him, back off, fucker? Who's John Shaw? Uh-oh, that might have been Sherry's. I don't know who John Shaw is. Yeah, I know. I can feel that I'm over my 2-hour mark. And I'm drinking a Coca-Cola at 9 o'clock at night, which is like probably not in my best interest. I'm tired at this point. Well, I think we lost the real sunshine, so I'm sorry that she didn't stay to get her reading. But so guys, I don't know how many are still watching, or if anybody's. I know some of you are still watching, but those of you that are still watching are the people that already know everything I'm about to say. So I appreciate you guys staying till the bitter end. You're very welcome, Kristen. I'm glad we were able to get it done because I felt bad that I had asked. I had you on the list and then you were unable to get it yesterday. So I'm glad we were able to get it knocked out. And thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate it. I got other donations too. That Kelly Casey sent me one, so I didn't see that, and so I'll have to thank her. And then I got one from John Shaw. That might have been Sherry, or I don't know. But I just wasn't checking. I was busy reading. And when I have 8 readings in front of me, and it says free reading night, I just assume people aren't going to send donations. What was I going to say? But you guys, thank you for staying till the end. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, please like, share, follow, subscribe. I say it to everybody, but you guys that are here till the end already know that stuff. And hopefully we'll do this again tomorrow. I'm going to really try and make an effort. I want to do a new picker card tomorrow, a 4-pile picker card. And I want to shoot that and get that uploaded. So if I can get that done early enough in the day, and I feel up for doing another one of these in the evening, I'll let Ducky know and we'll post signage and let you guys know, okay? And if not, you'll at least have a new picker card to play with and then I'll do one on Thursday. All right, so have a good night. Thank you, Laura Hill. I love you too. I love all of you. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I need to shave, and I don't know where the hell that fly went. I seriously think he is like waiting in the bedroom now for me. You know he's gonna be like fucking flying around the bedroom. The minute we all move into the bedroom, he's gonna be like zzz, with the lights out. And I'm gonna be like, thank you, Kristen. Vacant Valleyways. Thank you. Let's see let's just, for the hell of it, let's check and see if we got any YouTube subscribers. Oh my god, I got 10 YouTube subscribers. I'm at 217, guys. Oh my god, how cool is that? I think that's the most I've gotten in one broadcast. That's fucking cool. Alright, so for that I need to play my favorite piece of music just to celebrate because this makes me happy. Where is my OA playlist? I just got 10 new subscribers. That's cool. Now I only need to do that 100 more times and then I can have chat functionality. All right. Thank you, guys. Awesome. What's MJ? Oh, I'm tired. The angels are singing. I have 10 new subscribers. Yes, they are. They are. Bernice, tune in next time and we will get you on the list. Just hit the bell. Hit the subscribe bell. so that you're notified. I hope that I can. I can't believe I got 10 subscribers. That's cool. Thank you guys. All right, you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys in the morning for the spiritual report, or the morning report. All right? Have a good night. Thank you all so very, 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 very much. All right. Bye.